Hi everyone, I hope that your spring semester is off to a good start. I can see that many of you are signing into our Canvas page and completing our first assignment, so that is good to see. And of course, I hope that you've all had a chance to review the syllabus and also see my introduction videos. But if you haven't, then pause this video and take a look at my first announcement where I have those. Each week I will be sending out a mini lecture or a detailed announcement to the class, as well as some shorter updates throughout the week. And I'll be addressing some things that we're doing in the class, questions that come up, other notes. So please do make sure you take some time to read through those announcements or watch them if there's a video version as I send those out. And we do have a couple of things due tonight on Canvas. So first we have the course syllabus and policies quiz, and then we also have a brief introduction discussion. And I'd note that for that discussion post, replies are required. So you will want to get replies posted within 24 hours after that main post is due. So take a look at the instructions on Canvas for more details about that. And of course, if you looked at our Canvas calendar, you might have noticed that most class work is listed as being due on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so, of course, there certainly will be some exceptions to that, but that will be the general rhythm of the class. But do, of course, pay attention to the schedule. And in many cases, you'll need to be working on some assignments and some readings in advance of the due date, of course, to make sure that you have enough time to get those completed. Now, I do, of course, recommend setting aside regular time in your schedule to work on this class. And even though we don't have class meetings, this being an online class, working on the class at regular times on regular days can help you stay on track better for this class. So by Thursday of this week, you will need to start brainstorming some ideas for a complex problem that you'll be exploring throughout the rest of the semester. So if you look ahead to next week, you'll see that by next Tuesday night, you'll need to have decided on a complex problem to explore the semester, which will also be the focus of some of your work throughout the course, through various assignments, and also, of course, the focus of your final video presentation at the end of the semester. So before you make your decision by this coming Tuesday, however, for this Thursday, we will be having a discussion activity in which you'll get to post and discuss some ideas and then respond to your classmates' ideas. So this discussion will give you and your classmates a little time to think about possible complex problems and get the perspective of your classmates. So a good brainstorming discussion. And so with that in mind, though, I did want to just share a few notes about complex problems. Since that is something you're going to be choosing and focusing on. And of course, one thing that I do encourage you to avoid throughout the class is looking at situations in what we call binary terms. And of course, by binary, I'm referring to thinking of things as being two-sided. So this type of thinking is something that I run into a lot in my first-year composition classes when students make an argument on a topic and then think there are only two sides to the issue, such as for or against. But really, that kind of thinking is actually very limiting because issues really are a lot more complex than that. And then, of course, the problem that you're focusing on is also going to be more complex than that. So as an example, one area in which we can sometimes encounter that type of binary thinking is in debates about higher education. I use that example because I work in higher education. So perhaps you've heard something similar to, well, should I get an English degree or a liberal arts degree? Or should I choose something that is going to get you a good paying job? And of course, the assumption there and behind that question, really the binary thinking, is that an English degree or a liberal arts degree is not going to prepare you for the workplace and not going to get you a good paying job. But I believe, of course, that is incorrect. Really, binary thinking is oversimplifying an issue and usually doing so incorrectly. So one way that, for example, a liberal arts education has value is when it helps us to think about and address complex problems, which you're doing in this course. And as I mentioned earlier, this semester you will identify a complex problem that you will be exploring and considering using the tools of English studies. So you'll choose a complex problem at the beginning of the semester, as I said, and you'll work on really a culminating project that will culminate at the end of the semester in your final video presentation, which will be shared publicly through social media, such as your own social media, my YouTube channel, or some other public space. And I mentioned something about that in one of my other intro videos, and I'll be sharing more about that as the semester proceeds. So on Canvas, though, for Thursday, I do list a few complex problems as examples to help you think about a possible topics, although you really should be choosing something that that's not listed, something that's not on my list, something that greatly interests you. So you guys want to start thinking about complex problems that might relate to your major or to your future career. Or if it might be something that is just intensely interested in, very passionate about, that's going to be able to keep your attention through the entire course. But hopefully something that's related to your career plans is most ideal. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, though. Remember, though, that as you work on the course this week, getting started with everything, make sure you do let me know if you have any questions or difficulties, and I will be in touch with you again very soon.